Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're taking a look at the 2023 Diageo Special Release Lagavulin 12. Cast strength as always, Dustin. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Lagavulin. Some of these 12s are hit and miss. This one comes in at a 56.4% ABV, and if you guys have noticed, we've got our good buddy Keith, the Malted Man Cave, with us.
Coming out of retirement.
We're warming up the pitcher. Relief pitcher. Another guy to tell you about the Diageo special releases, so we wanted to get a third opinion on it, and he was coming here anyway, so here we are.
And Mike, the ink legends.
Forgive me. They all come with names now. Dustin, what's different with this? Is this one beer cask or something?
It's tequila. They used Don Julio Tequila cask to finish this. I'd have to double check. I think it is just refilled bourbon to start. I don't think they used virgin oak again this time. Last year's, which we didn't bring you, was virgin oak and refilled bourbon.
Excited about Lagavulin, a little hesitant about the tequila cask.
I tell you what, if you're going to drink tequila, I've told you guys before, Don Julio makes some good tequilas. Their 70th anniversary, which is an Añejo, but they do something like to take the color out. Man, that's a
Do you like Don Julio more than Patron?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. All right, so very, very light color, Dustin.
As we hope.
Yeah, for refill bourbon. You know, Lagavulin, you get Lagavulin like with no color in it because they color a lot of their whiskeys to say like the 11-year-old manager's dram. It is extremely light.
I get a little agave, to be completely honest.
Yeah, no, it has a hint of it.
Pepper.
That said,
a little mezcal. Have you guys ever had mezcal?
Yeah.
Well,
we're saying pepper.
Did you not have the mezcal finish Lagavulin? I have.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
So they've done that, and that was pretty good. Honestly, it's 90% regular Lagavulin 12.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that much agave. It's there, but it's not.
I think it's enhanced.
How long?
I think it enhanced the vegetal note that's already in Lagavulin.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it does smell like vegetal, cactus.
Yeah, we said the same thing about the mezcal. They took something in Lagavulin that really wasn't one of my favorite facets of it, and they amped it up. And it feels similar in this, but I think that's kind of what the agave did to it, or that's my guess anyway.
Yeah, no details, Keith, on how long it was in the Don Julio or if it was.
So bourbon cask for a decent amount of time, and then
six months a year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
I doubt even a year.
Yeah, it probably was just a kiss based on the fact that I'm not getting a ton.
because if you put it in for too long, that would.
Well, I mean,
that'd be too much.
they only allowed tequila fairly recently in the Scotch world.
I mean, the SWA actually approved it.
They did approve you can now use tequila, so we may eventually have fully matured whiskey and tequila coming out of Scotland, but so far
They've actually, good for them. They've actually becoming more liberal with it.
Yeah, I mean,
even though I'm normally fairly conservative, I like that they're being liberal with that.
Well, I mean, who wants to tell somebody they can't be experimental on making things that taste good?
Exactly.
This palate, at first it came off like regular Lagavulin 12. The finish on this thing is just pepper and vegetal agave. Man.
That was Mike's way of saying, Keith, shut up.
No, we'll get to it. Man, I tell you what. Pepper, agave on that finish, big time.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is the sweetest Lagavulin 12 up front I've had. And I did a little testing a couple nights ago on this bottle against like the 2017 and the 2021, which are known for being sweeter.
I love the 17.
And this one is noticeably sweeter.
I agree there is some sweetness to it. It's not one of the first three things I picked up about this whiskey.
If you do this side by side with another Lagavulin 12, it is noticeably sweeter up front.
I believe you.
But yeah, up front it's Lagavulin 12. I mean, it's a little sweeter, but it's Lagavulin 12.
Right. It is a pretty standard Lagavulin 12. I would say reminiscent of maybe the 2018 or 2000, maybe not 15. 2018 is probably the closest one, except for that finish, man. That finish is just hot pepper and
I'm not getting that much hot pepper. Keith,
I am.
Keith, are you thinking it's that hot? I mean, it's definitely peppery.
It's peppery.
But I mean,
I didn't mean it from an ABV standpoint, although that could be part of the issue driving it. And it's not really an issue.
In keeping theme with the night, I'm getting a lot of the white grape notes. I'm getting bourbon notes now, some a little vanilla, maybe even a little bit of that slight. It's nowhere near like the 2017 umami, like bouillon cube / chicken noodle soup, like umami savory notes. But it's always Lagavulin. It's always kind of lurking in the background for that umami savory note.
They have not ruined Lagavulin 12 with the tequila casks here.
No, it's
at
subtle.
all.
And it's really mainly on the finish.
I mean, it's there. It's a new flavor, but somehow they've made it sweeter. They've kept with the tradition of sort of that Lagavulin, like that aristocratic malt, as you like to call it, Mike.
Yes.
What they've kind of done is, I think,
Aristocrat malt.
he's always called it that.
Aristocratic. Isla. Yeah.
But well, I mean, look at tell me that their logo isn't aristocratic, you know? Come on.
Let's see if my family coat
The
arms.
Winston, the lion.
Yeah. But what they've really done, I think,
Golden.
interestingly here is on the finish.
Lannister always pays his debts. Sorry, but
No,
You're
I don't
good,
know
man.
anybody.
So they've cut back a little bit of the umami, meaty notes on Lagavulin and brought out a sweeter, fruitier side. I never really thought of tequila as fruity, but it kind of made Lagavulin a little fruitier.
even though I agree with everything that you're saying, and there is a lot of fruit and all that.
I don't think it's from the tequila though.
There is
That's just my guess.
there is a salted pork chop note. A salted pork chop.
Meat on the bone, to the bone though.
Yeah. Again,
With all the stuff that you're saying and
I
that
know.
cactus.
Well, what I'm saying is
vegetable
they've cut down on it.
peppery.
It's
It's not as strong as it does in the 17
Yeah,
or a lot of the other ones that
Yeah.
that are mostly bourbon.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you're right. Yeah, maybe like some pineapple on top of that pork, you know? Just
What? I'm
Oh,
trying to think.
Hawaiian barbecue?
yeah.
What Lagavulin 12s have they had that had varied away from the bourbon?
Bourbon.
Last year's
and
the
this
first
one.
ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year's they
They
used
never really added sherry cask in the 12 either, right?
no. It's always been refill bourbon, except last year they added virgin oak.
That's what I thought. I just couldn't remember. I've been out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Literally.
Whiskey score time. Allow me. This is a pretty standard Lagavulin 12, other than the finish, in my opinion. So I think I rate every Lagavulin 12 like between an 86 and an 89 for the most part. Maybe one made a 90. But this is medium end of Lagavulin 12. I'm at an 87 out of 100. Dustin?
I'm trying not to like give the same score Mike does all night here, but I'm kind of the same place, 87.
Not quite 88.
I was thinking 86, 87, but you
I
know
agree.
what? That sweetness on the finish for me,
It's nice.
like to me, it's not super agave because I don't like tequila that much. Although again, Don Julio is a much more refined, less funky tequila. I think it's very good. I'm actually impressed. Now I am expecting. I think here in Ohio we're still going to see 150 on this one, but I got a feeling a lot of our friends are going to be seeing 175 on this.
I'm so sick of that.
Lagavulin 12 is just cracking.
But this one has gone up. I think it's $15-20 more expensive in the UK than it was last year's was. So I'm expecting this one's going to be more expensive here in the States for a lot of people. So the price is kind of getting way too high because an 87 should not be pushing 160, 170.
Keith, your thoughts?
I'm going to be the dissonant because of how much I typically love Lagavulin 12 and like literally love almost all of them. And this is good. I like it. It's got some of the good Lagavulin notes, and that vegetal cactus note is interesting. But it just would be better with just bourbon.
I agree it would be, but I just
It'd
don't
be
think
better
it,
with just bourbon.
I just
So
don't
I'm
think
gonna
it
give
hurt it that much.
But I'm gonna give it an 86, just because why mess with the good thing?
Fair enough.
So
I thought you were going lower when you did that. I was like, is he going like 84? No.
So I said before I gave my score, I think all Lagavulins are between like 86 and maybe the best one's a 90. 87 is at the lower end. At the lower end.
We're not talking about Lagavulin 19 and Lagavulin 25 and all that.
12.
No, this is
12.
Okay.
Just the 12.
I heard you say no Lagavulin over 9.
No, all Lagavulin
What?
12s for me fall
Wells.
between an 86 and an 89 generally. Maybe one got a 90. But me giving an 87 means it's not the worst, but it's not one of the ones I'll remember.
That 2017, I think I gave a 90, or maybe even a 91. I loved it that much.
The 21's my favorite that I've had.
That was a good one. All right, so those are our thoughts on this 2023 Diageo special release Lagavulin 12, the Old Faithful. If you guys had a chance to try this one, let us know what you guys think. Dustin, until next time, what do we wish the folks?
Happy they didn't ruin it drinking.
We'll see you then.